Hello, everyone. I'm stuck in the 1990s. I'm not using the teleprompter. I have a white paper outline, and that's been true for my entire career. I'm also going to talk more about Lisa as a person and some, I hope, warm and funny anecdotes. But let me get the professional accolades out of the way. First of all, it's an absolute privilege for me to introduce our next honoree, my partner and good friend for many years, Lisa Laukitis. Lisa is a phenomenal lawyer. She's smart, she's commercial, she's extremely effective. She's earned her reputation as a trusted advisor on some of the most complex and high-stake matters in our industry. She usually exhibits equal amounts of aplomb and tenacity. She's crafted deals that have required years of contentious, lengthy, multilateral negotiations in one of the largest mass tort cases in recent history. She's also impressed our most demanding roster of clients when a crash filing of a liquidating fraud case recently occurred. I think you in the audience know both of those cases. A skilled and deft touch is her trademark. Indeed, her extraordinary accomplishments recently were recognized by the American College of Bankruptcy, a prestigious industry organization that reached out to Lisa a couple of years ago to invite her to join as a fellow. We know Lisa is a peerless and superb restructuring lawyer, but let me talk a little bit about who Lisa is when she is not working. Lisa loves nothing more than to be traveling with her family, her husband Dan, her son Walt. And I love nothing more than hearing of their latest trip together. Recently, they spent a couple of weeks hiking the cliffs and mountains of Bhutan. As Lisa told me, there was about 10,000 feet of elevation changes every day between monastery visits. And I'm thinking, my vacations usually involve whether I'm going to take a cart or walk the 18 holes of golf. But Lisa's are phenomenally spectacular, and I enjoy living vicariously through Lisa's glorious stories. Speaking of golf, Lisa's not a shabby golfer either. She's quite good at that too. When Lisa joined Milbank, she brought her love of family and her desire for personal interconnectedness to the firm. She has made sure that the long hours of relentless, demanding client work doesn't leave zero time for socializing and developing relationships outside of the office. No one manages a better turnout for a pop-up departmental happy hour than Lisa. Lisa loves adventuresome and I'd say slightly dangerous vacations. To celebrate her 30th birthday, she decided it was time to skydive. She conscripted a few pals to join her, strapped parachutes on them herself, and jumped out of a plane. And as typical of Lisa, she nailed the landing. I'm going to leave you with one story that really left a mark on me when I heard it, and it shows both Lisa's love of adventure and tolerance for risk. Indeed, I wonder how many people in the audience would have accepted the offer I am about to describe. I certainly would have declined it and have walked away. So with that as a teaser, let me set the scene. Lisa and Dan are in Cambodia. They're in the bustling capital of Phnom Penh. The trip is ending, but her flight back to the States was inexplicably canceled. She suddenly finds herself with an extra day in Cambodia, nothing on the itinerary, no plans for how to spend the day. As she's walking around the congested streets of Phnom Penh, a man driving one of those ubiquitous tuk-tuk contraptions slows down, sees Lisa, stops, and asks her, "Do you want to jump in the back here and go and fire a rocket launcher at a cow?" And I didn't misspeak there. He said, "Fire a rocket launcher at a cow." I know I wouldn't have hit that bid. What could go wrong after those words? But Lisa said, "Sounds cool," and jumped in the back. You'll have to ask Lisa how this story ends, but it involved a long ride out of the city through many rice paddies to a rusting cache of Vietnam War-era weaponry. Fortunately, no cows were injured at all that day. I love that story. But Lisa, I'm proud to present you with the 2026 Her Justice Award. Please come up to the stage.
Thank you, Dennis. Believe it or not, the last time I had to follow Dennis on a stage, he had just rapped LL Cool J at karaoke. And that is a true story. It's quite overwhelming to look out at all of you. I am so appreciative of your support of Eric and me tonight, and more importantly, of your support of Her Justice. Eric, it's an honor to stand beside you tonight. You're not only a great friend, you're a great teammate, and it has been such a pleasure working with you and all of the co-chairs of our committee to raise over $3.3 million and counting. For over 25 years, I have attended this event and I have watched some of the people that I respect most in our industry accept this honor, and I am truly humbled to stand here before you tonight. And I can say that I did not get here alone, and in fact, no one in this room got to where they are alone, though for some of you, figuring out ways to take all the credit for things certainly is an art form. I was an unlikely big law partner. I was a scholarship student from Ohio. I didn't know a single person in New York. And for all that is said about gender imbalance in our industry, it was a small group of men that stepped up for me. Barry Dichter gave me my very first job opportunity. And after that, I was so fortunate to receive both mentorship and sponsorship from Matt Cantor, Paul Leak, and Dennis Dunn. And their investments in me throughout my career at various stages made all the difference. But I could never have navigated the gauntlet of our field without the support of some stellar women in the industry who have provided not only much needed advice along the way, but also invaluable comic relief. And I am grateful to our sisterhood. I have benefited from the hard work of countless teams of junior lawyers who performed work of the highest quality and always made sure that I was prepared. And I benefited from being part of some top-tier restructuring practices. I was absolutely thrilled to join the partnership of Milbank nearly 18 months ago, and I am so grateful for the warm welcome of the financial restructuring partners who are out in full force tonight, and for their generous support of this evening. Milbank team, getting to know all of you and working alongside you is without question the highlight of my career. Outside of work, I'm supported by my close-knit community of Tuxedo Park friends who bring a fullness to my life and a whole lot of fun. And I also have an incredible nuclear family. My husband, Dan, who, thank God, is not a lawyer. He's a psychologist. And wow, can I attest to the value that that brings in a field that you might think is all about dollars and cents, is really so much about the human interaction that we have on each deal, whether it's with clients, advisors, or team members. Dan's been an exceptional partner and co-parent, and he's been with me for literally every step of this 27-year journey, and every success that I have had or yet may have is our success. And finally, our 13-year-old son, Walt. Poor Walt and Dan have listened to countless conference calls and had their vacation and weekend plans upended so many times, and I'm indebted to them for their patience and understanding. And Walt, I am so proud of you for all your many, many talents, but most of all for the thoughtful and empathetic person you are becoming. And as I recount all the people who are a part of my success story and helped me get to this moment, I wonder if you are asking yourself and thinking of who the people are who are a part of yours. And I hope we are all asking ourselves, whose success stories have we been a part of, and whose can we be a part of in the future? Tonight, the answer is easy. You are all a part of the story of thousands of women and children that Her Justice is serving this year. Women like Adela, whose ex-husband lied about his income to evade child support. She would have been entitled to only $25 a month. Her Justice was able to obtain over $1,600 a month for her and her children, over 65 times the statutory default. That is absolutely life-changing. By being here tonight, you are providing support for the amazing team at Her Justice with its boundless energy and unwavering commitment to meet each individual client where they are and to provide them with things that we all need: safety, security, encouragement, and opportunity. Together with its law firm pro bono partners, Her Justice opens doors for women to find freedom from some of the key challenges in their lives. It upends the power dynamics and provides them with dignity, agency, and a path forward. The $3.3 million and more that we have raised this evening will transform lives. Please continue to give tonight and be a part of the success stories of women and children in New York City. Thank you.